If you're over 60 and your legs have been feeling weaker lately, maybe stairs are more tiring, or getting out of a chair takes more effort than it used to. You're not imagining things, and you're not alone. There's a natural reason this happens, and more importantly, there's something simple you can do every single day to help turn it around. In fact, most seniors aren't doing this, but you still can. Today we're talking about one everyday change that can help rebuild leg muscle, improve strength, and support balance as you age. No fads, no miracle cures, just science-backed, senior-safe food that really works. And if that sounds helpful, take a second to like this video and subscribe. It lets us keep making content just for you. Let's dive in. After age 60, it's completely normal to lose some muscle. In fact, most people lose up to 3 to 8% of their muscle mass per decade once they hit middle age. That includes the large muscles in your legs, your quads, hamstrings, and calves. This process is called It's gradual, but it matters. When your leg muscles shrink and weaken, you may notice you're not walking as fast, or you don't feel as steady on your feet. Getting out of the car, climbing stairs, even catching your balance if you trip it all becomes harder. But here's the good news. Your body can still build and maintain muscle. You just need to give it the right support, and that starts with what you eat. Muscle isn't made just in the gym. It's built in the kitchen, too. Your muscles need high-quality protein, especially one amino acid called leucine. Think of leucine as the key that starts the engine of muscle repair. You also need things like vitamin D, omega-3 south, and calcium, all nutrients that help your muscles contract, recover, and rebuild. So what can you eat that checks all those boxes and is easy enough to enjoy every day? Let's start with one of the best and most affordable muscle foods out there: eggs. Yes, good old-fashioned eggs. One large egg has about 6 grams of protein, plus it's rich in leucine, vitamin B12, and other nutrients your muscles and nerves rely on to stay strong and coordinated. Eggs are also incredibly versatile. You can scramble them, boil them, add them to oatmeal, or toss one on toast. And if you're worried about cholesterol, most current guidelines say an egg a day is safe for healthy seniors, especially if you're staying active and eating a balanced diet. If you haven't had eggs in a while, try this. Scrambled eggs with a handful of spinach and a slice of whole grain toast on the side. Simple, satisfying, and a big step in the right direction for your leg muscles. Now, let's say you want something cold and quick. Maybe you're not in the mood to cook. That brings us to another everyday winner: Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt is packed with protein, more than twice the amount in regular yogurt, and it's especially high in calcium and B12, both of which help with muscle function and energy levels. Plus, it's easy on the stomach and great for anyone who might not feel like eating a big meal. A small bowl of Greek yogurt with a few berries makes an excellent breakfast or snack. And if you want an extra protein boost, try stirring in a spoonful of peanut butter or some ground flaxseed. Just be sure to pick the plain, unsweetened kind. To avoid extra sugar, you can always sweeten it yourself with fruit or a drizzle of honey. And here's another bonus. Greek yogurt contains probiotics, which can help keep your digestion running smoothly, something that's especially important as we age. So, we've got eggs and Greek yogurt on the list. Too easy. Familiar foods that most seniors can enjoy daily. But what if you want something that also helps your joints, reduces inflammation, and gives your muscles a dose of vitamin D? That's where salmon or even canned sardines come in. Salmon is one of the best sources of omega-3 fatty acids, which don't just support heart health, they also help muscles respond better to the protein you eat. That's especially useful after a walk, a stretch session, or light strength work. It's also a natural source of vitamin D, which plays a big role in helping your muscles fire correctly and keeping your balance sharp. Now, you don't have to eat a giant salmon fillet every day. Even a few ounces, a few times a week makes a difference. And if cooking isn't your thing, no problem. Try canned wild salmon or sardines. They're affordable, shelf-stable. Just add them to a salad, mash onto toast with a little lemon, or stir into a grain bowl. And if you've never tried sardines, don't knock them till you do. They're nutrient-dense, surprisingly tasty, and a fantastic muscle-building option. So far, we've covered 3 daily-friendly foods that help your leg muscles stay strong after 60. Eggs, for easy protein and leucine. Greek yogurt, for digestible protein, calcium, and probiotics. And salmon or sardines, for omega-3 south, vitamin D, and steady muscle recovery. And the best part? These aren't fancy or expensive. They're foods you can find in just about any grocery store, and they fit easily into a breakfast, lunch, or light dinner. You don't have to overhaul your whole diet. Just add one of these a day, and you'll be giving your muscles exactly what they need to stay strong. Most seniors aren't doing this, but you can. So pick one of these, add it to your plate this week, and see how you feel. Your legs will thank you. Let's keep going with simple, everyday foods that help rebuild leg muscle, the kinds of things you can start using right away to support strength, stability, and independence. After 6, we've already covered eggs, Greek yogurt, and salmon or sardines, all great sources of muscle rebuilding nutrients. Now let's look at a few more options that are just as powerful and just as easy to enjoy. One of the most overlooked muscle-building foods, especially for older adults, is tofu. Tofu is made from soybeans, and it's packed with complete protein, which means it contains all 9 essential amino acids your body needs to repair and build muscle tissue. That includes leucine, the special amino acid that tells your muscles it's time to rebuild. Tofu is also rich in calcium, iron, and other minerals that help muscles contract and recover, and the soft texture makes it really easy to chew and digest, even for those with dental concerns or sensitive stomachs. If you're not sure how to cook tofu, don't worry, it's simpler than it seems. You can pan-fry small cubes in olive oil with a sprinkle of garlic powder, or bake slices in the oven and add them to salads or soups. And if you prefer something with a little more chew, try tempeh. It's also made from soy, but has a heartier texture and a mild, nutty flavor. Plant-based proteins like these are especially helpful if you're trying to cut back on red meat or just want more variety in your routine. Now here's one you might already have in the fridge: cottage cheese. Cottage cheese is an excellent source of casein, which is a slow-digesting protein. That means it keeps working over several hours to feed your muscles, especially helpful if you eat it before bed or as a light evening snack. It's also naturally rich in leucine, calcium, and phosphorus, all important for muscle recovery and bone health. For a simple meal, try half a cup of low-fat cottage cheese with sliced tomatoes, avocado, or some fruit. You get a creamy, filling boost of protein with hardly any prep time. It's also very hydrating, which is a bonus. Staying well hydrated helps with muscle cramp prevention and joint mobility, especially as we age. Now, for those days when cooking just isn't appealing, maybe it's hot outside or you're short on time, here's one of the easiest tools you can use: a whey protein shake. Whey protein is made from milk, and it's one of the most efficient ways to get high-quality protein with plenty of leucine per serving. It's also fast-absorbing, which means it gets to your muscles quickly. Perfect after light exercise like walking, stretching, or gardening. All you need is 1 scoop of plain or lightly flavored whey protein mixed with a cup of unsweetened soy milk or almond milk. Add a few ice cubes, and you've got a cool, protein-rich drink ready in seconds. Look for a low-sugar version, or one made specifically for older adults. Some are fortified with vitamin D, calcium, and other key nutrients for muscle health. And don't worry if you've never tried a protein shake before. Just think of it as an easier way to get what your muscles need without having to sit down for a full meal. Let's move on to another fantastic option: lentils and whole grains. This combination might sound simple, but together they create a complete protein, which is especially important if you're leaning more toward plant-based meals. Lentils are rich in iron, fiber, and plant protein, and when you pair them with grains like brown rice or quinoa, you get all the amino acids your muscles require to rebuild. They're also a great source of magnesium and potassium, which help regulate muscle contractions and reduce the risk of cramps, something many seniors deal with, especially at night. You can cook a big batch of lentils once a week and keep them in the fridge. They're great added to soups, served over rice, or tossed with olive oil and herbs for a quick, savory bowl. If you're new to lentils, start with red or yellow. They cook fast and get soft enough to be mixed into almost anything. Last but not least, let's talk about something you may already pour over your cereal or into your tea: fortified plant milks. Options like soy milk, almond milk, or oat milk are now commonly fortified with vitamin D, calcium, and sometimes B12, all essential for muscle and nerve health. That's especially helpful if you don't drink much dairy or spend a lot of time indoors, where you're not getting as much natural sunlight. These milks are usually easy to digest, low in saturated fat, and great for hydration, and just 1 cup a day can help fill in important nutrient gaps that support muscle rebuilding. Look for a version labeled fortified, and check the label to make sure it contains at least 20% of your daily vitamin D and calcium. You can use it in smoothies, with oatmeal, or even just as a midday drink with a snack. So let's do a quick recap. Here are the top foods you can eat every day to help rebuild and support your leg muscles after 60. You've got eggs rich in leucine and easy to cook. Greek yogurt, packed with protein and gut-friendly probiotics. Salmon or sardines for omega-3 south and vitamin D. Tofu and tempeh, great plant-based proteins that support recovery. Cottage cheese with slow-digesting casein. Whey protein shakes, quick and convenient after movement. Lentils with whole grains for fiber, iron, and full amino acid coverage. And fortified plant milks to fill in gaps for calcium and vitamin D. All of these are easy to find, safe to enjoy regularly, and backed by solid research on what older muscles need to stay strong. You don't have to eat all of them, and you don't have to be perfect. Just choose 1 or 2 to start including each day, and give your legs and your entire body the support it deserves. You've got more strength in you than you think, and with the right fuel, you can keep moving confidently, 1 step at a time. By now, you've heard about the best everyday foods that help rebuild muscle, especially in your legs. But food is only part of the story. If you want real strength, better balance, and more confidence when you move, there are a few simple habits that can make all the difference. Nothing extreme, just small, steady changes that work with your body, not against it. Let's talk about a few of them now. The first is this: don't skip movement. That might sound obvious, but many seniors believe they can eat their way to stronger legs without doing any exercise. The truth is, nutrition and movement work together. You need both to rebuild muscle, especially after 60. When you move even a little, your muscles send a signal that they're ready to grow. Then the protein and nutrients you eat can go to work repairing and strengthening those tissues. And the movement doesn't have to be fancy. Just standing up and sitting down from a chair a few times, walking up and down a hallway, or marching gently in place during a TV commercial. These small things do count. They remind your body that you still use those muscles and that they're worth keeping strong. The second habit is one most people don't think about: spreading your protein across the day. A lot of seniors eat a light breakfast, a small lunch, and then a big dinner. But your muscles can only use so much protein at once, and if you save it all for the evening, your body misses the chance to repair during the earlier part of the day. Instead, try to get a moderate amount of protein at every meal. Even 20 to 30 grams at breakfast and lunch makes a real difference. That could be eggs and Greek yogurt in the morning, a bowl of lentils and rice or a whey shake around midday, then salmon and vegetables at dinner. This approach gives your body a steady stream of what it needs to rebuild all day long. And here's another habit that helps more than you might expect. Staying well hydrated. Muscle tissue is about 75% water. If you're even slightly dehydrated, your strength, balance, and recovery can suffer, and you might feel more tired or stiff than usual. Older adults sometimes drink less without realizing it. So aim for small sips throughout the day. Water, herbal teas, and yes, even fortified plant milks all count. Just don't wait until you're thirsty. Now, before we wrap up, let's clear up a couple of common myths that stop people from making progress. Myth number 1. One food will rebuild your muscles. You might see headlines that say, "Eat this one thing and fix everything." But the truth is, there's no single food that rebuilds muscle on its own. It takes a combination quality protein, the right nutrients, steady movement. Think of it like a team effort. Every good choice adds up, and your body knows how to respond. Myth number 2. It's too late to build muscle after 60. Not true. Research has shown that people well into their 70s, 80s, and even 90s can gain strength and increase muscle size with the right support. You may not build as fast as someone younger, and that's okay. The goal isn't to become a bodybuilder. The goal is to walk more confidently, to get up from a chair without effort, to stay independent and feel strong doing it, and that's completely within reach. So let's bring it all together. You now know which foods can support your leg muscles every single day. Eggs, Greek yogurt, salmon and sardines, tofu and tempeh, cottage cheese, whey protein shakes, lentils with whole grains, and fortified plant milks. You also know that pairing those foods with small, consistent habits like light movement, protein at each meal, and staying hydrated can boost your results. And maybe most important of all, you know that this is still possible. Your muscles haven't given up on you, they're just waiting for the right tools. You don't need to overhaul your life. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to start with one food, one walk, or one small shift. Because most seniors aren't doing this, but you can. You've got this. If this video helped you feel more confident about what to eat and how to stay strong, we'd love it if you'd give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with a friend who might need the same encouragement. Thanks for watching, and take good care of yourself.